started with the fruits, and we had completed with the fleshy fruits, and we had completed with the dry fruits. May what are the things that we saw? We had seen dehiscent fruits and indehiscent fruits, है ना? So इधर तक हमने complete किया था, and today we'll go ahead with the next part of the fruits. Any confusion, any doubts in whatever we had done in the last class? Anyone has got any difficulty who has not followed anything or something like that way? No one? No doubts? पढ़ रहे हो कि नहीं पढ़ रहे हो? पढ़ोगे तो डाउट्स आएंगे, पढ़ोगे नहीं तो डाउट्स आने का सवाल ही नहीं है. हाँ, are you all studying? And if you are studying, it's going to be good for you all itself, right? Okay, so let us move ahead with completion of the fruits ka part today. I think we have to start with the schizocarpic fruits, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so we have to start with the schizocarpic fruit. So just quickly I'll brief you all with whatever we had done in the last class. So आपका recap हो जाएगा हमने क्या क्या किया है ना? तो सबसे पहले we had started with something called as simple fruits. And in simple fruits, we had started with the fleshy fruits. We had seen 7 different types of fleshy fruits or succulent fruits, as we say. So I want someone to quickly tell me just the types of fleshy fruits. फटाफट चलो, जिसको जैसे याद आ रहा है बताते जाओ quickly. Hmm. Very nice, very nice. Yes, very good. Blueberry, hesperdium, pomo, nice. Everyone are giving me one. So very nice. Yes, pepo. Yeah. Very good. Perfect. है ना? एक ही बच गया बेटा, एक ही बच गया है. कैन एनीवन आंसर दैट? हेस्पर्डियम हैज बीन आंसर्ड. सो ड्रूप, बेरी, पेपो, पोम, हेस्पर्डियम, या balausta, and there was one more. Excellent. Who is this? Ishita Fenani. Very good beta. Yes, it's Amphisarca, है ना? So these are the 7 that we had studied in the last class about the fleshy fruits, right? Then we moved on to the dry fruits, and I told you dry fruits are not dried fruits, है ना? हम जो खाते हैं in the name of dry fruits are actually the dried fruits, right? But what did I tell you about the dry fruits? Dry fruits means the epicarp, mesocarp, endocarp, and the wall of the seed. They cannot be distinguished, है ना? They are almost fused together or they are held together. So we call it as pericarp, है ना? So here in the dry fruits, we had seen 2 types. One which can open on its own and one which cannot open on its own. So the one which can open on its own were called as dehiscent fruits. And those which could not open on their own were called as indehiscent fruits, है ना? So ये dehiscent fruits के भी हमने 5 types देखे हैं. Someone can anyone recollect the names? Dehiscent वाले. चलो एक मैं दे देती हूँ. First is legume. वो वाला group, legume या pod वाला group. Come on, tell me. Then what is there? Another one. Hmm? Follicle, very good. Very nice, Priksha, very nice. Siliqua, silicula, capsule. Excellent. Correct, correct. All of you are right. Very nice. So these were your 5 types of dehiscent fruits. That were your legumes, siliqua, silicula, capsule, और एक था 5 were there. Follicle, excellent. Okay, so these were the 5 which were your dehiscent fruits. Very nice, but I'm very happy you all are answering the questions very nicely. Excellent, nice. And what about the indehiscent fruits? We have seen 5 different types of indehiscent fruits. याद है कुछ नाम? Do you all recollect? I'll give you one. Caryopsis is one. Yes. Ashne, very nice, Himanshu. Yes. Cypsela, very nice, Ashita. Excellent. Then nut. Yes, nut. And there was only one more. Very good. Who is this Ishita again? Very nice, Ishita. Very good, beta. Ishita Penani, very nice. Yeah, it's Samara. Okay, so these were the five which were of your indehiscent type, है ना? तो बस ये broad classification है अपना, उसमें से हमने detailing भी कर लिया है ना? We did the details of this, and today we'll go ahead with the third type, which is going to be called as the schizocarpic fruit. Okay, this particular thing has erupted without reason. So let us see what is this schizocarpic. Fine. So see, the schizocarpic fruit is going to be multi-seeded fruit. So every fruit or every, like ovary, ripened ovary will contain several seeds. After ripening, it is divided into mericarp, and the seeds come out after destruction of the pericarp. अब ये mericarp क्या होता है? I'll tell you what are mericarps. Okay. Um, See, you take one. I know this week is a very beautiful week for us, है ना? बेटा, are you all celebrating certain days? I don't. Some problem with the net. Yeah, now it's fine. I am not interested in any other days, but I'm only interested in one day. Do you know which is the day that I actually celebrate in this week? The chocolate day, है ना? चॉकलेट डे बेस्ट डे होता है कि नहीं बोलो? मस्त, जितने चाहे उतने चॉकलेट खाओ, मजा करो, है या नहीं? लेकिन चॉकलेट जो होता है ना, एक टाइम पे बहुत नहीं खाना चाहिए, थोड़ा थोड़ा उसको, है ना, मतलब यू हैव टू एंजॉय एवरी बिट ऑफ इट, right? So this chocolate day is there na. This chocolate day is uh, something that I'm talking about is specifically why, because you might have seen that large block of chocolate dairy milk अगर आपने देखा है तो कोई भी flavor ले लो, whatever, chocolates are heaven, so whatever is the flavor doesn't mind. So while you have to, you know, distribute the chocolates, I know it's दिल पे आता है किसी को चॉकलेट अपने में से तोड़ के देना, but as a formality you have to ask and have to give, right? So when you break that entire chocolate, okay, तो देखो वो चॉकलेट को ओपन करने के लिए आपको उसका कवर तो ओपन करना पड़ेगा ना. You have to open the cover, correct? So after opening the cover, what you get a slab of chocolate, correct? You get a slab of chocolate. Now what you do? You break the chocolate in the way, it is just 1 minute. Huh? You have to break the chocolate in which way? The way these are going to be, the way these are going to be, aligned. जैसे कि how the cutting is done na, in the same way you try to break it. Correct? You try to break it. Now that individual piece that you break out of that entire slab, okay, is going to be a America. Got it? So now understood the meaning of this sentence. It is a multi-seeded fruit. So एक block में बहुत सारे blocks हैं छोटे छोटे. It is divided into mericarp. देखो individual जो piece है ना, that will be called as what? Mericarp. And the seeds come out after destruction of the pericarp. So what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? जब तक वो आप चॉकलेट का रैपर नहीं ओपन करोगे तब तक मेरिकाप्स नहीं दिखेंगे. मेरिकाप जब तक आप तोड़ के खाओगे नहीं तब तक उसके अंदर का फ्लेवर कैसे समझ में आएगा? So something like that way beta, pericarps are going to be the smaller units present in the entire fruit. Okay, got it? So see, the fruits develop from monocarpillary or bicarpillary, superior or inferior ovary. The mericarp contains 1 to 2 seeds. So हर एक मेरिकाप में कितने होते हैं? 1 to 2 seeds होते हैं. ठीक है? अब इसके टाइप्स है. What are the different types of schizocarpic fruits? Fine. The first is called as lumentum. So as we had seen, caryopsis, siliqua, and pomes and peppos. जैसे हमने types देखे थे ना, तो वैसे schizocarpic is going to be your lumentum. What's your doubt, beta? Jackfruit? No. Jackfruit is not schizocarpic fruit. Okay, I'll come to jackfruit later on. It's an etario. I'll tell you it's an etario of what. Fine. So lumentum, it develops like a legume. Okay, fruits are constricted or divided in one-seeded mericarps. After maturity, these are separated from each other. एग्जाम्पल अगर मैं बोलूँ ना तो ये बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल है, लेकिन जो हमेशा हमें याद रहते हैं वो याद रखिएगा बेटा। टैमरिन देखा है आपने? टैमरिन क्या कहते हैं आप लोग उसको हिंदी में, क्या कहते हैं यार? इमली। इमली, इमली के जो फ्रूट होता है वो देखा है आपने, ऐसे कंस्ट्रक्टेड होता है। यू हैव सीन दैट, है ना? या फिर इवन यू कैन टेक द एग्जांपल ऑफ दिस वन अपना अराचिस हाइपोजिया। अराचिस हाइपोजिया इज ग्राउंडनट। ग्राउंडनट का ये देखा है पॉड, आजकल बहुत मिलते हैं, है ना? सो दैट पॉड ऑफ ग्राउंडनट ना इज गोइंग टू बी अ लुमेंटम। Fine. So you just take the example of your tamarind or arachis या फिर mimosa purisa, but mimosa का you might have not seen the fruit, but at least tamarind and groundnut is a very common thing. हाँ, मूंगफली, yes, it's a very common thing, है ना? So आते जाते टाइम पास खाने के लिए भी हम लोग वो पॉड लेके, यू नो, either you boil it, I mean you steam it or and cook it and eat it with मस्त नमक and हल्दी डाल के, या फिर उसको रोस्ट करके भी यू कैन ईट इट, सो द वे यू वांट इट, है ना? So imagine that particular pod, that legume. Okay, so they are saying they develop like a legume. The fruits are constricted. Either they will have constrictions or they are divided into one seeded merica. So if there are constricted only ना, तो एक ही pod में ना आपको 3-4 ground nuts मिलेंगे, है ना? लेकिन कभी कभी आपने देखा है, कभी आपने अगर खरीदा होगा ना, इफ यू गो टू एनी ऑफ दी हाईवे साइड्स एंड ऑल ना, दे जनरली सेल दिस बॉइल्ड या स्टीम्ड वाले ग्राउंडनट्स के वो पॉड्स, एंड यू नो ऊपर ऊपर इतने से बड़े बड़े रहते हैं, हाँ, जिसमें 4-5 भी दाने रहते हैं। मजा आता है, ऐसा इतने बड़े बड़े हैं। और फिर वो खाने के बाद नीचे जो होते हैं ना, दे आर जनरली वन सीड, और वो एक एक सीड को ब्रेक करके खाने में बहुत बोरिंग होता है ना? सो दैट वो जो सिंगल सीडेड टूटे हुए पीसेस है ना, राइट, टूटे हुए सिंगल पीसेस है ना, इवन दे आर बी कॉल्ड एज व्हाट, मेरिका। ओके, गॉट इट? सो दैट इज योर लुमेंटम। द सेकंड इज क्रेमोकार्प। क्रेमोकार्प का बेस्ट एग्जांपल अगर मैं दे दूं ना, तो सौंफ है, जीरा है, कोरिएंडर सीड है। हैव यू ऑल सीन दिस? धना, जीरा, फेनल सीड्स, अपना सौंफ होते हैं ना। हाउ इज इट? सी, इफ यू सी इट, it will split into two. It has got two parts. It will split into two, and on the edges it will have many seeds attached. देखा है आपने ऐसा कभी? जीरा को, अपने सौंफ को, I don't know if you have seen this. So if not, जीरा सबके घर पे होता है। एक जीरा थोड़ा सा इतना ही, एक सिंगल यूनिट just try to crush it, it will split into two. Immediately it will split into two now. So all these are the schizocarpic fruits of cremocarp. Why my internet is unstable today? Showing unstable, unstable. Anyway. So see, it is a double-seeded fruit. So that's what I said. It's going to be broken into two parts and develops from bicarpellary syncarpus inferior ovary. On maturation, it dehisces from apex to the base. I have already explained what is apex and what is base in the last class. In such a way that the two mericarp forms, two mericarps are going to be formed, and each will contain one seed. So देखो ये ऐसे split होने के बाद you will see seeds on each side. That is going to be your cremocarp. These mericarps are attached with a carpophore. तो वो कभी 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 देखो, जब हम सौंफ खाते हैं ना, तो सौंफ खाने के बाद है ना, कुछ अटक जाता है, ऐसे एक पतला सा थिन फिलामेंट होता है, बहुत इरिटेट करता है वो। आपने कभी एक्सपीरियंस किया है मुझे नहीं पता, बट इट्स हाईली इरिटेटिंग। सौंफ खाने के बाद वो कहीं ना कहीं जाके कभी कभी ना अटक जाता है, एंड देन अनलेस अंटिल यू डोंट रिमूव इट ना, इट विल इरिटेट यू वेरी बैडली, है ना? I know, even I've experienced this very much. So you know, like that particular, that stalk जो होता है ना, जो अटकता है, that is called as the this अपना carpophore. So this is the carpophore. On the carpophore is going to be this particular seed. Okay, I mean it's going to be actually a, you know, cremocarp as we call it, and it will split. It will split, but it will split from which particular way? From the apex to the base. ठीक है? तो ये ऐसे स्प्लिटिंग होता है उसका. फाइन. सो एग्जाम्पल इज कोरिएंडर. कोरिएंडर मीन्स धना. जो सीड ऑफ कोरिएंडर होता है ना, उसकी बात हो रही है. Cuminum, you know what is cuminum? That's going to be your jeera, and the inoculum is going to be your salt. है ना? So all these are going to be your cremocarp के example. So see, we eat so many things, but we really don't realize ना कि what are these. हम खाने के लिए सब कुछ खाते हैं. अब यार जीरा देखोगे ना, किचन में जाके मम्मी को बोला मम्मा मुझे जीरा दिखाओ, and you can actually see this carpophore, and you can actually see the cremocarps very clearly, right? So these are the second type. Then the third type of fruit that belongs to schizocarpic is regma. Regma ka example is castor, but I don't think so. You might have ever seen regmas. It's simple. I'll just tell you what is it. This fruit develops from tricarpillary or pentacarpillary. So you know what is tri and penta. Superior. Syncarpus. ये तो अपने simple fruits का definition ही है. Syncarpus, right? In it, 3 locules are present. So there would be 3 chambers. Okay. And its fruit breaks into 3 one seeded part. इसका मतलब क्या? ये ऐसे जो joint होते हैं ना, 1, 2, 3 would be joint. They all 3 will separate. Each part will have one seed inside it, right? Each part, that is the each broken part, will be called as coccus. Okay. तो यहाँ पर मेरिकार्प word नहीं use होता है बेटा. Here we use the word coccus. Fine. At the outer end of the spines are found. You can actually see spines. ऐसे कैस्टर का सीड देखोगे ना, तो ऐसे बाहर की तरफ ऐसे स्पाइनी लुक होता है उसका. Example is Euphorbiaceae family. Castor has 3 cocci and geranium has 5 cocci. You have not seen geranium, also have not seen castor also, but castor oil का नाम तो सुना होगा. Castor oil is very famous as a purgative. If a person is having a frequent constipation issue, then he is recommended to take castor oil. Either the seeds or directly you can take castor oil. Directly you can drink it, you know. एक few ml हम लोग recommend करते हैं depending upon the complexity. Anyway, so that is your regma. ठीक है? Yeah, what's your doubt बेटा? Merycarp is only seen in schizocarpic. Yes बच्चा, only in schizocarpic. Yes. Oil है ना? Yeah, oil is always, yeah. Castor oil is very good for hair growth as well. Yes, it's good for health of hair. It's even good for your suppleness of skin. स्किन को सपल रखने के लिए भी लगाते हैं, स्पेशली ड्यूरिंग द विंटर्स ना. योर लेग्स बिकम वेरी ड्राई एंड इट बिकम्स वेरी इची. इरिटेबल हो जाता है, वो लेग्स एकदम इची हो जाते हैं ड्राइनेस के वजह से. सो इवन यू कैन अप्लाई कैस्टर ऑयल ओवर देयर. इट्स गोना हैव अ सूदिंग इफेक्ट. थिक हो जाते हैं सम, या थिकनेस बढ़ता है कैस्टर ऑयल से, बट कैस्टर ऑयल इज अ वेरी हेवी ऑयल. 2, 3, 4 बार करना पड़ता है बिकॉज वो बहुत is bitter. It is bitter in taste. Yes. Okay. So that is the third one. That is regma. My voice is lagging. I'll just see if I. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see now. Okay. Now let's see, because even I could see that some मेरे इधर भी आ रहा है कि वॉइस, मतलब वो इंटरनेट का इशू है करके मेरे इधर आ रहा है बीच बीच में. सो आई डोंट नो समथिंग. Okay. Then after regma we come to Carcerulus. Now what is the difference between regma and Carcerulus? Just see. It's a dry fruit which will develop from multicarpillary, bicarpillary, syncarpous, superior ovary. ये तो मतलब simple ही है. Number of mericarps is more than locules because of formation of false septum. So see, we have already seen something about the false septum earlier also. है ना? You know that the false septum is going to be called as what? It is going to be called as a refflum. है ना? So यहाँ पर है ना, because of false septums, there are going to be formation of locules, and The number of mericarps therefore will be more. So it divides into 4 seeded locules. So regma was 3 seeded locules. Carcerulus is 4 seeded locule. Okay, got it? So this is the only difference between तुलसी का जो seeds होता है ना, you have heard about it. It's called as sabja. Sabja बोलते हैं. Sabja is again very good for health. Sabja should be regularly taken by the people and people who are having heartburn and all. My voice is still lagging for everyone because now I don't see any problem. It is still lagging. So let yeah, now let's see if it is same or it has improved. Has it improved now? Let's see. Yeah, that's what. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, I'll show you with the diagram as well. Then the fifth one is going to be utricle. It is a single-seeded fruit which has thin membrane. Okay, it has got thin membrane. It dehiscence generally from the cap and it develops from bicarpellary unilocular syncarpous ovary. Example is Acaranthus and Amaranthus. Okay, now what is this Amaranthus and Acaranthus? So Amaranthus, so you all know na. I told you all what is Amaranthus. Can anyone remember what is Amaranthus? We have hello, hello. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ. I just want you to tell me what is Amaranthus. हमने Amaranthus लिखा हुआ है. हमने पहले Amaranthus लिखा हुआ है. नहीं याद है? In Marathi we call it लाल माठ. रेड कलर का सब्जी आता है देखो, पत्ता पत्ता आता है, पिंकिश रेडिश कलर, somewhat even green tinge होता है उसमें. That is Amaranthus. So it's going to be a utricle. Its fruit is going to be a utricle. And this is double samara. It develops from bicarpellary syncarpous superior ovary. Pericarp develops into two wings. Develops into two wings. On maturation, it divides into two single-seeded mericarps. Example is Samara and Acer. So I'm not sure if you have seen. I mean, Samara तो हमने already किया था. That time I had told you something called as drumsticks. If you do remember, अगर आपको याद है तो I had talked about something called as drumsticks, है ना? Yes. So that is going to be your, yeah, that is going to be the example of your double samara as well, है ना? तो वो डबल समारा भी कहलाते हैं हम लोग उसको. एंड ये जो एसर है, इट इज योर मैपल लीफ. मैपल, MAPLE, आपने सुना होगा मैपल के बारे में, है. इट्स कॉल्ड एज नॉर्वे मैपल. So those are the examples of double samara. Now just see, look at the diagram, you will come to know that I was talking about. ये देखो, this is Lomentum of acacia, or it could be Lomentum of arachis, it could be Lomentum of tamarindus, anything. So see, this is going to be your typical Lomentum. Okay, Cremocarp, ये देखो बेटा, this is the carpophore and these are the mericarps. इसको हम split करेंगे ना, तो ये ऐसे दो अलग दिखाई देंगे, right, like a Y. This is Regma of castor. So it's going to be spiny from outside. So regma can be easily recognized by the spines. Okay. Then this regma is going to be your three-seeded. So 1, 2, and 3. Three-seeded. है ना? And Carcerulus of Ocimum, it's multi because of the false septum that has been developed. Right? And this is the utricle of Amaranthus, that is cap के जैसा formation होता है, just like a cap. Okay, so these are your schizocarpic fruits. Fine. So with this we complete with the dry fruits as well. So you know what are dry fruits now and what are dried fruits, and with that we even complete the simple fruits. So with this हमारा पूरा simple fruits का discussion खत्म. Easy. Now it seems to be okay. Earlier it was like, oh my god, इतना सब पढ़ना है, but now it seems to be really interesting, है ना? So this is how we completed the simple fruits. Now there are only two types of fruits that we have to go into details. One is the aggregate fruit and the other one is going to be the composite fruits. So let us understand the difference between them now. Let us come to the aggregate fruit first. Aggregate fruit develops from multicarpellary apocarpous ovary. See, till now what we were saying syncarpous. Because whenever there is syncarpous condition, whenever the carpels are going to be fused, it's going to be simple fruit. है ना? But now, when the carpels are free from each other, what do you mean by the word apocarpous? Free carpels. है ना? So whenever the carpels will be free from each other, we call it as apocarpous. Okay? Because in apocarpous ovary, each carpel is separated from one another, therefore it forms a fruitlet. है ना? तो इधर क्या होता है, यहाँ पर पूरा एक एग्रीगेटेड फ्रूट दिखाई नहीं देता बेटा. Here you can see small fruitlets together, and these fruits are made up of a bunch of fruitlets, which is known as etario. So what do you mean by the word etario? A bunch of fruitlets. What is an etario? A bunch of fruitlets. ठीक है? Now see, first is a bunch of follicles, that is etario of follicles. So each fruitlet is a follicle. You know what is a follicle? Do you all remember what is a follicle? Can anyone tell me what is a follicle that we had done in the last class? Follicle to dry fruit or fleshy fruit? Very nice. If it belongs to dry fruit, then does it belong to dehiscent fruit or indehiscent fruit? Very nice. Yes, Neha. Yes, Neha. Very good. Yes. Correct. So this follicle is going to be belonging to dehiscent fruit. And do you remember in dehiscent fruit we had seen, I mean for follicle we had seen beta, that the splitting will be different हाँ, correct. Very good, Sneha Singh. Very nice, beta. Yeah, it opens only along the ventral suture. Excellent, excellent. है ना? So the one which opens only along the ventral suture is going to be a follicle. So even these are going to be the follicles only, but these follicles are going to be formed by whom? Apocarpus ovaries. Okay. Therefore, they are called as etario of follicles coming under aggregate fruits. So again, what are the examples? Calotropis and Catharanthus. Calotropis and Catharanthus. Both you all have written earlier. Etaria of Ashnase. You already know what's an Ashnase, है ना? Ashnase मतलब ही dry fruit. Asheneal fruits का मतलब ही होता है dry fruits. So these are going to be a group of Ashnase. In this aggregate fruit, each fruitlet is an Ashnase. Example: granuloneus, strawberry, rose, lotus. These all are the examples of etario of ashnase. ठीक है? तो स्ट्रॉबेरी जो है, जो हम फॉल्स फ्रूट बोल, वो फॉल्स फ्रूट पक्का है, बट वो क्या है बेटा? इट इज बिलोंगिंग टू होम? इट इज बिलोंगिंग टू दी एग्रीगेट फ्रूट, है ना? या रोज ऑल्सो, यस, रोज ऑल्सो इज गोइंग टू बी etario of ashnase, right? And even the lotus, even the lotus. I don't know if you have seen lotus ka fruit actually. Yeah, you do get, yes, but we don't allow it to develop only. उसके पहले हम उसको तोड़ मोड़ के यूज कर लेते हैं. Okay, so every flowering plant is going to make a fruit, beta. All angiosperms are specified to make fruits, therefore they are called as angiosperms. Okay, so flowering and fruiting is by default aging ka process, maturation ka process. Okay, so that's going to be your etaria of ashnase. Then you have got etaria of berries. You know berries. What are berries? You know this, है ना? अब that will belong to your berries, will belong to your fleshy fruit. हमने berries किधर देखे थे? Fleshy fruits में देखे थे, है ना? तो ये भी क्या है? ये bunch of berries है. Means even they are going to be fleshy only. So look at the example. It is an aggregate of small berries. Example is Annona squamosa, that is custard apple, सीताफल. तो ये जो सीताफल है, ये फ्लैशी है कि नहीं? लेकिन वो सीताफल में पूरा एक ही ऐसा मैंगो के जैसे पल्प मिलता है, या एक इंडिविजुअल यूनिट्स मिलते हैं जिसके अंदर छोटे 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 मल्टी सीड्स होते हैं? मल्टी सीडेड है ना सीताफल, है ना? ये तो ये जो छोटे 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 छोटे, दैट इज गोइंग टू बी अ फ्रूटलेट. इट इज गोइंग टू बी कॉल्ड एज अ फ्रूटलेट, राइट? बट इट इज इटारिया ऑफ बेरीज, देयरफॉर इट इज फ्लैशी. ये जो एशनेज होते हैं, जो रोज है, स्ट्रॉबेरी है, लोटस है, कैलोट्रोपिस है, कैथारंथस है, ये ड्राई फ्रूट्स में आते हैं. इससे उनका फ्रूट है ना ऐसा जूसी, पल्पी, बड़ा ऐसा नहीं दिखता है बच्चा. इट्स ड्राई, इट्स ड्राई. Okay. On the other hand, berries is going to be a fleshy fruit. So these are the etaria of berries. Therefore, it is going to be succulent. It is going to be fleshy. You can actually eat every fruitlet of it. है ना? Got it? That is Annona squamosa, that is custard apple. In Etaria of Annona, all the berries are arranged densely on the thalamus. So, I don't know if you have seen this. आपने कभी सीताफल खाया है? देखा है सीताफल को? देखिए सीताफल जब हम दो पार्ट्स में ओपन करते हैं ना, तो इन द सेंटर यू कैन सी अ ट्रायंगुलर टाइप ऑफ आउटग्रोथ, है ना? बहुत बार खाया है ना. आई लव सीताफल, मुझे बहुत पसंद है. इतना पसंद है ना, इट्स वन ऑफ माय फेवरेट्स. बहुत अच्छा. आई मीन आई, एज आई ऑलवेज से, आई लाइक ऑल फ्रूट्स, बट सीताफल इज वेरी टेस्टी. हाँ, वो थोड़ा सा बोरिंग होता है, एक 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 फ्रूटलेट निकाल के खाने का, बट हाँ, इट्स सॉलिड टाइम पास, आई एग्री, बट मस्त भी लगता है यार. इट इज टेस्टी ऑल्सो. तो उसके सेंटर में देखो बेटा, इन द सेंटर यू कैन सी अ ट्रायंगुलर प्रोजेक्टेड रिज थिंग, दैट इज द थैलेमस. Okay, so all the fruitlets are going to be embedded on that thalamus itself, right? Correct? Yeah, in berries endocarp is edible. Yeah, of course. So we just don't eat the seeds, otherwise we eat everything na. हाँ, does mulberry, mulberry आएगा आएगा आएगा, yes, Correct. My again voice is lagging. No, na. हाँ. Okay. Thank you. Because I got to know from someone, ma'am, your voice is lagging again. So I thought again it has started or what? Because I tried to reconnect it. Anyways, देखते हैं अगर होता है तो you can let me know of course. Okay. Then area of groups. Area of groups. Groups, you know, again, groups will come under whom? Fleshy fruit, na? Correct? Correct. So here they go. In this type of fruit, many small groups develop from different carpels. Example is raspberry. You've heard about raspberry. Raspberry is also very tasty. बहुत ज़्यादा tasty होते हैं raspberries भी. Yeah. So area of groups का example is going to be raspberry, है ना? Then just copy down the examples which are not written. Whichever are not written, please write down. Okay. Yes. Yes. So I think so. You all have not written anona only. Strawberry लिखा है, rose लिखा है. Yes. अच्छा. Raspberry. अच्छा देखो हाँ. अब देखो again there will be a problem. The example of raspberry is coming under area of groups and not area of berries. So please don't mark area of berries as the answer for raspberry. Right? And mulberry इधर कहीं पर भी नहीं आ रहा है. मलबेरीज यहाँ पर कहीं पर भी नहीं आ रहा है. मलबेरी आएगा आगे. डोंट वरी, आई टॉक अबाउट द मलबेरीज आल्सो. बट राइट नाउ दे आर नॉट देयर. ठीक है. सो कैलोट्रोपिस, कैथेरेंथिस, रैनान्यूक्लिस, strawberry, rose, lotus, anonas, mimosa, and raspberry are the things that you have to note down for the aggregate. So ये देखो. This is a area of follicles. Here you can see these are the follicles which are going to be aligned. ये देखो साइड में है ना. These are the area of achnase. ये जो seeds यहाँ पर दिखाई देते हैं very clearly seen. Area of berries and area of drupes. Okay. Yeah, this is the thalamus. This is what I was talking about. At center में there is going to be a triangular projecting ridge which is going to be the thalamus. और ये जो कवरिंग होता है ना अपने कस्टर्ड एप्पल का ग्रीन कलर का कवरिंग होता है ना, इट इज कॉल्ड एज रिंड. RIND. रिंड. रिंड. Okay. Then we come to something called as composite fruits. So that's all with your aggregate fruits. Huh? Because we are this, which one I was talking about? The first one, that is the simple fruits. They were so extensively to study. But look at the aggregate fruits. Only 4 and the things are done. Hai na? Better? Okay. Fine. So that's going to be your aggregate fruits. Then lastly, we come to composite fruits. Fine. All composite fruits are false fruits. That's the funniest thing. All composite fruits are false fruits because they are not going to be developed from the ovary. They are going to be developed from the inflorescence. They are developed from inflorescence. Okay? This type of fruit differ from the aggregate fruit that in place of a single ovary, many ovaries and other floral parts combine together to form a fruit. So here not only the ovary, but along with the ovary, other floral parts also get incorporated as a part of fruit. Means what do you mean by that? Other parts of the fruit also get incorporated as a part of fruit का मतलब क्या है? They'll have thalamus in it, है ना? They may have the peduncle in it. They may have the lateral buds in it. Everything will be present together. So in composite fruits, generally whole inflorescence is modified into fruit. These are going to be of two types, that is Sorosus and Syconus. Sorosus, this fruit develops from spikes, spadix, catkin inflorescence. I hope you all remember these things. Spike क्या है, spadix क्या है, catkin inflorescence क्या है, याद है किसी को ये? Do you all remember spike, spadix, catkin? I hope you all remember that we had done earlier in the flower wala part. Yes, yes, beta. So peduncle becomes thick, spongy and woody. It actually becomes very thick. एकदम ऐसे वुड के जैसे अपीयर होता है, बहुत ही स्टिफ हो जाता है. कौन? द पेडंकल. द पेडंकल. एग्जाम्पल jackfruit, pandanus and pineapple. So I think so someone was asking me about the jackfruit. I told you it will come eventually. तो जैकफ्रूट देखो, इन जैकफ्रूट जिसको हम कटहल कहते हैं हिंदी में एंड मराठी में हम उसको फणस कहते हैं. The pistillate flowers are developed around the peduncle. In fruit formation, pericarp becomes spongy and fused. है ना? तो आपने, of course, I think so majority of us have at least seen jackfruit and some of you all must have eaten also. It's very tasty again. उसमें भी दो टाइप्स होते हैं, एक होता है जो बहुत ही स्लाइमी होता है और एक होता है वो एकदम ही ऐसा क्रिस्पी टाइप का होता है. आई मीन इट्स वेरी लाइक, बट बोथ आर टेस्टी एनीवेज. सो वो जो जैक फ्रूट है ना बेटा, जैक फ्रूट में क्या हुआ है, दैट एंटायर, यू हैव सीन द जैक फ्रूट and you have also seen that when we take out the seeds and the flesh out of it, वो जो हम निकालते हैं ना उसमें वो जो fleshy फ्रूटलेट ऑफ इट जो हम खाते हैं इवेंचुअली, उसके आजू बाजू में सराउंडेड ना देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ स्टिकी व्हाइट कलर के थ्रेड्स. देखे आपने? लॉट ऑफ स्टिकी व्हाइट कलर के थ्रेड्स होते हैं. And it's like you have to actually apply a lot of oil to the cutting, or lemon. Yeah, you can use lemon also or oil also, and then you have to cut it so that like otherwise it becomes very sticky, it becomes slippery also, है ना? So that everything is why it has become sticky, why it has become hard. You have to actually cut the threads continuously, because that is going to be the peduncle which has got incorporated into the fruit. Okay, so that is about your jackfruit. Pineapple देखो, pineapple तो we all generally have seen and eaten also. So in pineapple, peduncle, bracts and perianth become fleshy. देखो क्या क्या fleshy हो जाता है? The entire peduncle becomes fleshy, the bracts become fleshy, the perianth becomes fleshy. Yeah, pineapple is अपना ananas, correct. Due to the fusion of perianth of flower, a composite fruit is going to be formed. So the you can see बाहर से उसको है ना ऐसे spines होते हैं, अनानस को, पाइनएप्पल को बाहर से ऐसे छोटे 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 spines होते हैं और it is divided into so many units, है ना? So what are those spines? Those spines are the fusion of the perianth. They are the fusion of the perianth, okay, from outside. Now see, you can come to know that why did I say mulberry उधर कहीं पर भी नहीं आ रहा है. यहाँ पर देखो mulberry. In mulberry, perianth becomes fleshy and calyx of every flower becomes thick, sweet and fleshy. So what are we eating in mulberry? हम जो एकदम वो टेस्टी है, बहुत जूसी है, बहुत ही मलबेरीज बहुत छोटे होते हैं. दे आर डेवलप फ्रॉम कैटकिन इनफ्लोरेसेंस. ये जो मलबेरीज होते हैं ना, दे आर डेवलप फ्रॉम कैटकिन इनफ्लोरेसेंस, है ना? तो व्हाट डू वी ईट ऑफ मलबेरी? वी ईट द कैलिक्स ऑफ द मलबेरी. सी व्हाट दे आर सेइंग? The perianth becomes fleshy and calyx of every flower becomes thick, sweet and fleshy and are edible. Okay, so those are the, now again there is going to be a difficulty because mulberry, raspberry, strawberry, सारे बेरी लेकिन कोई भी बेरी में नहीं आता है. है ना? It's not a type of berry at all, though we call them with all these different types of names. है ना? Correct? Yeah, you're right Vibha, you're right beta, perfect. There are so many examples like this way. But these are the three basic ones which come under your psoriasis. So which are the example of psoriasis? Jackfruit, then pineapple, and then mulberry. Okay. I hope you all remember the scientific name of jackfruit. Do you all have we written or haven't we? I don't remember. Have we written jackfruit ka? नहीं? Okay. I'll put it in the chat box. मैं सबके लिए डालती हूँ in the chat box, so it will be easy for you all to remember it. Okay. Everyone. It's Artocarpus. What is it? Artocarpus. Yeah. So all of you all please jot down the name of Artocarpus. It is Artocarpus heterophilus, but that's fine. Even if you remember just Artocarpus, na, that's more than enough. Pineapple ka scientific name is ananas only. Pineapple ka it's ananas. And mulberry ka you know na? What is of mulberry? I had told you all once. Very nice. Yes. Parnavi has remembered that very nice. Yes. Morris. Yes, yes. Even Viva has said yes. Morris. Correct. Correct. So it's going to be Morris. Okay. So that's all with the psoriasis one. Let's come to the Syconus one. So the Syconus fruit will develop from Hypanthodium inflorescence. I had told you all something called as capitulum, Hypanthodium, verticillester. ये ऐसे कुछ मैंने बताए थे आपको डिटेल में. So this Syconus is going to be developing from Hypanthodium inflorescence. Example is ficus species like fig and people. So you know ficus religosa, ficus bengalensis, and ficus carica. तो फिग इज फिकस करिका CARICA हमने ये लिखा हुआ है ऑफ कोर्स सो साइकोनस इज गोइंग टू बी द inflorescence developed from hypanthodium type okay that is ficus species and lastly we have got geocarpic fruits so when the fruit formation occurs inside the soil we call it as geocarpic fruits example is groundnut groundnut is geocarpic you know this na groundnut soil के नीचे develop होता है that is geocarpic. But important ones are psoriasis and Syconus. Any confusion, any doubts, anything that you have not followed in this composite fruits or aggregate fruits or schizocarpic fruits that we have done till now? चलो देखो फटाफट बोलो मुझे कुछ नहीं समझा हो तो all okay fine डायग्राम रहना चाहिए इसका potato is not geocarpic beta potato is a modification of stem okay potato is a modification of stem potato के जो fruits होते हैं ना वो aerially होते हैं okay you want me to explain regma regma is tricarpillary fruit and it's going to have three locules and all the three chambers will have one seed and when this will break open the three parts will separate into three mericarps that is regma okay Syconus fruit. Syconus fruit is the one which is going to be developing from Hypanthodium inflorescence. Hypanthodium inflorescence, I had taught you all when I had told you about the Hypanthodium type. You remember what is Hypanthodium type? The male and the female flowers are going to be at the periphery and you know there's going to be so many seeds at the center. So I told you all that time also during Hypanthodium that there are many seeds at the center because there are going to be the female flowers at the center and male flowers will be on the periphery. Okay. Huh. What are you saying, beta? That groundnut is geocarpic as well as lumentum. Huh. See, the fruit ka development is geocarpic, but the fruit ka type is lumentum, which is schizocarpic. Okay. So lumentum ka formation takes place below the soil. So that is geocarpic. Okay. Got it? Okay. Here you can see the sorosis of jackfruit very clearly. And this is the cyconus of fig. So this is what we generally see the fig as. So this is going to be the fleshy thalamus. And here we have got so many seeds at the center. है ना? And at the side, it's going to be having a lot of male flowers. Okay. Yeah, it's technically a false fruit. Yes. Right. Okay. So this is the cyconus. And this is the sorosis. Got it? So this peduncle, it developed as axis at the center. This is the perianth and the bracts. So इसीलिए ना कहते हैं कि जनरली यहाँ जैक फ्रूट का जो सेंटर होता है ना, मतलब वो बहुत ही थिक होता है, बहुत ही थिक, और वाइट कलर का पूरा ऐसा डेंस होता है ना? उसमें से इनको निकालना ढूंढ ढूंढ के, यू हैव टू एक्चुअली सर्च फॉर दिस यू नो पेरियांथ एंड ब्रैक्ट्स. आपको सर्च करना पड़ता है उसके वो जो हम खाते हैं ना उसको निकालने के लिए. गर बोलते हैं हम लोग उसको, मराठी में भी कॉल इट एज गर, है ना? तो वो निकालने हैं और ढूंढते ढूंढते उसको पूरा एक्सपोज करना पड़ता है ना? वो पूरा का पूरा जो स्किन है ना, वो इनसाइड आउट टर्न करना पड़ता है. ओनली देन यू कैन टेक आउट ईच एंड एवरी पार्ट ऑफ दैट सोरोसिस का पार्ट. तो जो लोग के घर पे जैक फ्रूट लाके कट करते हैं ना, दे वुड बी नोइंग दिस बेटर. Anyway, so this is all about the fruits. So finally we have completed about the fruits entirely. Any doubts, any confusion in fruits, my dears? Anyone who has not followed anything in the fruits? Now I'll just quickly come to the chart that we had studied in the beginning for the fruits, and now you all can then realize and recollect कि अगर कुछ नहीं समझा है तो मुझे बोलो करके. This is what is the chart that we had studied at the beginning. Okay, so just quickly go through this chart fatafat. Fruit, simple fruit, aggregate fruit, composite fruit. Simple fruit में succulent and dry. Dry में drupe, berry, pome, pepo, hesperdium, balausta, amphisarca. है ना? Dry fruits में indehiscent, dehiscent and schizocarpic. Indehiscent, ashne, Cypsela, caryopsis, nuts and samara. Dehiscence में what is under the dehiscence? Legume, siliqua, silicula, follicle and capsule. है ना? Then schizocarpic, lumentum, cremocarp, carcerulus, regma, utricle and double samara. Right? Right? Aggregate में Itaria of follicle, Itaria of berries, Itaria of drupes, Itaria of ashnace. Composite only two types, that is sorosis and synchronous. Mulberry, pineapple for sorosis, along with your jackfruit also, and Cyconus ficus. Now, any still doubt? What did you say about stickiness of jackfruit? It is something that is going to be not a fruit ka part, na? It is the calyx and the perianth and all those things which are, making up the entire thing. So, इसीलिए वो ना sticky and rough हो जाता है बहुत. You want me to explain berry? Berry is a multi-seeded fruit. For example, tomato. Tomato is an example of berry. The epicarp, mesocarp, endocarp, they all are going to be clearly seen. In the initial days, the ovules are attached to the placenta, but as the fruit ripens, the seeds will be dispersed and will not remain confined to the center of the placenta को attached नहीं रहते हैं. Those are the berries. है ना? Yes, बेटा. Anyone else having any difficulty? ये पूरा अभी चार्ट हमने पहले देखा था एंड देन मैंने इंडिविजुअली हर एक को एक्सप्लेन किया है. But still, if anyone has got any difficulty, please feel free to ask me. No? Sure ना? Silicula and siliqua. Siliqua is what? It's going to be your basically the thinner part or the slender type of fruit will be your siliqua, and a broader version will be your silicula, है ना? सिलिक्यूला, सिलिक्यूला ब्रॉड होता है. शिमला मिर्च का एग्जांपल मैंने आपको दिया था सिलिक्यूला को एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए. इट विल हैव फॉल्स सेप्टम, रेप्लम प्रेजेंट रहेगा और वो सेप्टम के ऊपर सीड सारे अटैच रहेंगे, है ना? ये ब्रॉड होता है. एग्जांपल आपके बुक में शेफर्ड्स पर्स दिया हुआ है, बट आई टोल्ड यू अबाउट द शिमला मिर्च और द बेल पेपर्स फॉर सिलिक्यूला. Okay, samara are those which are going to have winged seeds, जिसके सीड्स के आजू बाजू में विंग्स होते हैं के जैसा. ड्रम स्टिक खाते हो ना, तो उसमें वो देखो वो जो सीड होती है उसमें कैसे विंग्स होते हैं. दैट इज एन एग्जांपल ऑफ समारा. सो विंग्ड सीड्स होने वाले फ्रूट्स को हम कहते हैं समारा. Okay, yeah, what's your doubt beta? The anjeer that we eat is a processed one. The fruit is usually very soft. You get both type of anjeer. You get गीला वाला अंजीर also and you get dry अंजीर also. वो जो गीला वाला अंजीर होता है ना, वो somewhat onion के जैसे दिखता है, reddish purplish in color, but it is very soft. Yes, it is very soft and it is very fleshy. It's very sweet also. And the अंजीर, that dry वाला अंजीर, वो जो rings के form में हमें मिलता है ना, that is the dried one. They dry it and then they sell it. Yes, correct. Anything else, beta? Anything else from anyone? Or shall I move over to the seed ka part now? Because fruit is done. Okay? Chalo. Quickly, let's move over to something called as yeah. Let's come to seed. Now, my dears, please understand the seed ka part over here, because if you understand this in today's class, at least your 8 to 10 marks के questions of your board exams जो है ना, वो clear हो जाएगा. आपके 12th standard के board exam का ये part है. It is repeated again in 12th. So right now, if you understand this, your 8 to 10 marks of your board exams will be in your pockets. है ना? So please pay attention to what is a seed. Seed is defined as a ripened and fertilized ovule. इसको इनकरेक्ट स्टेटमेंट करने के लिए ना वो लोग ओवरी कर देते हैं. व्हाट इज अ ripened and fertilized ovary बेटा? What is a ripened ovary? Fruit, exactly, exactly. What's your out till where is the 11th standard part? This is an 11th standard part also, repeated in 12th standard also. This is a part of 11th standard itself. This entire thing that I'm teaching you is a part of 11th standard itself. But these points are again repeated in your 12th boards. Okay, so that will be a revision that time for the seed wala part. Okay, fine. So it's going to be your fertilized ovule, which contains an active embryo, reserve food and protecting covering. So seed में क्या क्या होता है बेटा? Seed के अंदर क्या होता है? Seed के अंदर एक active embryo होता है. Embryo ultimately will give rise to the new plant body. Reserve food, the food that will be used up by the embryo for development. उसको नरिशमेंट के लिए जो फूड चाहिए वो उसके अंदर होगा. किसके अंदर? सीड के अंदर. So the seed will have what all things? It will have an embryo and it will have the reserve food. Of course, it might have protective coverings as well. Okay. The angiospermic seed may have either one or two cotyledons. वो सीड में क्या होते हैं? 1 और 2 cotyledons होते हैं. 1 cotyledon is monocotyledon, 2 cotyledons is dicotyledon. You know this already. The seed may also be defined as, now this is a very important definition, this is the scientific definition. The seed may also be defined as integumented megasporangium containing a single megaspore, which after germination and fertilization gives rise to embryo while in situ. Now please understand every word of it. I'll explain every word of it. Okay. Seed may be defined as integumented. Integument matlab protective covering. What is the meaning of integument? Protective covering. ठीक है. सो सीड के ऊपर प्रोटेक्टिव कवरिंग है ना, वो प्रोटेक्टिव कवरिंग को हम क्या कहते हैं? इंटेग्यूमेंट कहते हैं। क्या कहते हैं? इंटेग्यूमेंट। ओके। मेगास्पोरेंजियम, मेगास्पोर होल्ड करने वाला, ठीक है। मेगास्पोर क्या होता है? माइक्रोस्पोर इज अ पोलन ग्रेन, मेगास्पोर इज गोइंग टू बी योर ओव्यूल, है ना? गॉट इट? तो इट्स गोइंग टू बी हैविंग अ सिंगल मेगास्पोर, और ये मेगास्पोर जो है ये जर्मिनेशन एंड फर्टिलाइजेशन के बाद क्या करेगा? It will give rise to embryo while in situ. While in situ means while it is still going to be, the embryo is still going to be inside the seed. Okay? तभी ये germination करेगा. Fine. So you understood the meaning of integumented, megasporangium. जैसे कि microsporangium is pollen sac, वैसे megasporangium is megaspore sac, है ना? जैसे पोलन ग्रेन होता है वैसे मेगास्पोर होता है, ठीक है। एंड जर्मिनेशन के बाद ये क्या करेगा? इट विल गिव राइज टू एम्ब्रियो। इंटेग्यूमेंट का मतलब होता है प्रोटेक्टिव कवरिंग। इंटेग्यूमेंटेड मीन्स द वन विच इज हैविंग द प्रोटेक्टिव कवरिंग। फाइन, ऑल ऑफ यू ओके विद दिस definition? This is a definition that you will have to write in your exams. Let us come to parts of the seeds. The first is going to be the integuments or the seed coat as we call it. It is the outer covering of the seed. It develops from the integument of the ovule. देखो बच्चा, so ovule is going to get converted into a seed. So the integument will get converted into seed coat. तो before fertilization वो ओव्यूल था, ओव्यूल के ऊपर इंटेग्यूमेंट्स थे। जैसे ही वो ये हो गया, फर्टिलाइज हो गया, फर्टिलाइजेशन के बाद अब वो ओव्यूल रहा नहीं। व्हाट वी कॉल इट नाउ? वी कॉल इट एज अ फर्टिलाइज्ड ओव्यूल, दैट इज गोइंग टू बी अ सीड. So now the ovule will be now called as a seed after fertilization. Similarly, once upon a time, which were called as integuments of the ovule, will now be called as seed coats of the ovule. समझा है? समझा है? So there are, these seed coats are going to be of two types basically. The outer layer is called as testa and the inner layer is called as tegmen. You will have to remember these things. It's a frequent type of question that is asked in your boards also and in your competitive exams also. So the outer layer is called as testa and the inner layer is called as tegmen. ठीक है? Testa, tegmen. Seeds developing from unitegmic ovules have single layered seed coat. That means what? Unitegmic. Uni means only one. Okay? Tegmic is covering. So when ovule with one integument only will be developed, it will have only one seed coat. Okay? Generally it is bitegmic. Bitegmic का मतलब क्या है बेटा? What do you mean by the word bitegmic? Can you all tell me? Unitegmic is one covering. Bitegmic is perfect. Very good. Very good. Yes. So they are going to have two seed coats, testa and tegmen. Okay. Sometimes they are ategmic. Ategmic means absence of integument. So absence of seed coat. Okay. अगर आपको ये टेस्टा टेगमेन बहुत अच्छी तरह से देखना है ना, इफ यू रियली वांट टू सी टेस्टा एंड टेगमेन ना, टेक योर ऑरेंज का सीड या लेमन का सीड, स्पेशली ऑरेंज का सीड. ऑरेंज का सीड में बहुत, वो ऑरेंज का सीड है ना, ड्राई कर लो थोड़ा, मेक इट ड्राई, you know, keep it on your table or for say around 2 to 3 hours, है ना. 2-3 घंटे के बाद है ना वो सीड पूरा ड्राई हो जाएगा. You can easily peel off the seed coats from the center to the periphery पे, ऐसे एकदम आप आराम से उसका छिलका जो है ना वो निकाल सकते हो. और आपको दो ऐसे ना, एक पतला सा थिन कवरिंग दिखाई देगा अंदर की तरफ और एक व्हाइट कलर का बाहर की तरफ थिक कवरिंग दिखाई देगा. So that is your testa and tegmen, very clearly seen in citrus fruits, very clearly. Okay, so that is going to be your testa tegmen wala bitegmic, only tegmen wala unitegmic, and without any seed coat wala ategmic. ठीक है, right? Okay. The function of the seed coat is to protect the delicate embryo within. The seed remains attached to the pericarp, that is the fruit wall, by a short stalk called as funicle. I think you will be remembering funicle when I had drawn the diagram of the carpel. तो stigma, style, ovary, ovule, placenta मैंने draw किया था, and placenta से ovule का connection कराने के लिए मैंने एक stalk draw किया था. That stalk is called as funicle. Okay. In a mature seed, the position of seed stalk is represented by a small oval depression called as hilum. So once the seed is matured, the position of the seed stalk, the position of the seed stalk, किधर था ये seed का stalk, will be represented by a small oval depression called as hilum. So you can see that hilum very clearly in your legumes. चवली है, बीन है, मूंग है, मटकी है, इनमें आपको ये हाइलम बहुत क्लियरली दिखाई देता है. इवन आपके छोले में भी दिखाई देता है. अगर आपके पास छोले है ना, तो उसको भिगो लेना रात में, और हाँ, अब ब्लैकिश कलर का ऐसा एक छोटा सा डॉट दिखाई देता है ऊपर की तरफ, दैट इज गोइंग टू बी द हाइलम. ओके, लेट्स कम टू एम्ब्रियो. The young or miniature plant enclosed within the seed coat is called as the embryo. It develops from fertilized egg. Of course, without fertilization तो होगा नहीं. And egg and the male gamete का जब fertilization complete हो जाता है, then that structure will give rise to a diploid zygote. The diploid zygote will undergo continuous mitosis to form the embryo. Okay. Now this embryo has two parts. अब हम seed के अंदर आ गया बेटा. Now we are inside the seed. First we saw the outer parts of the seed, that were your seed coats. Now after the seed coats we have entered into the seed, and inside the seed what can we see? We can see an embryo. And the embryo के अंदर अगर हम झांक के अच्छी तरह से देखते हैं, तो what you will see in the embryo? What you will see? So you will see something called as cotyledon and embryonal axis. The embryonal axis is called as tigellum. Now this is the mistake that majority of the students do. Testa and tegmen की जगह पर अगर ऑप्शन में टेस्टा एंड टाइजेलम दिया है, तो बंदे सारे के सारे आपके जैसे टाइजेलम मार्क करके आ जाते हैं. It's testa and tegmen are the seed coats, and embryo axis जो होता है, that is tigellum. You can see the embryo axis very clearly in groundnut. वो जो टाइम पास वाला ग्राउंडनट हम खाते रहते हैं ना, सींगदाना, उसको ओपन कीजिएगा बेटा. उसको ओपन करने के बाद है ना, आपको सेंटर में है ना ऐसा एक डिप्रेशन या ग्रूव दिखाई देगा. हैव यू ऑल एवर सीन? कभी देखा है? सेंटर में ऐसा डिप्रेशन दिखाई देता है, कैसा चैनल के जैसा दिखाई देता है. हाँ, दैट चैनल या वो जो डिप्रेशन है ना, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज इमेजिनरी एम्ब्रियोनल एक्सिस, एंड उसका नाम है टाइजेलम. ओके, द पॉइंट ऑन टाइजेलम where cotyledons get attached is called as cotyledonary node. Most important part है ये पार्ट समझता है ना, तो आपके ना 3 चैप्टर्स आगे के एकदम इजीली समझ में आ जाएंगे. सो बेटा नहीं समझता है ना, तो बार बार पूछो, बट आई वांट ऑल ऑफ यू ऑल टू बी वेरी वेरी कंप्लीटली इनटू दिस पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक. सो व्हाट आर दे सेइंग? सी, द पॉइंट ऑन टाइजेलम where the cotyledons get attached is called as cotyledonary node. मतलब क्या? जब आप सींगदाना खोलते हो, when you open the सींग ना, तो क्या क्या होता है बेटा? there is a point of attachment. आपने देखा है एक particular point पे attachment होता है. that point of attachment is going to be called as cotyledonary node. Okay, So I'll just show you. I hope now my connection is stable so that I can show you this particular thing with my hands first. So see, this is going to be आप ये आपका सींग का दाना है, या चना ले लो, छोले ले लो, चिकपी ले लो, कोई भी डाइकॉट ले लो, है ना, बट ग्राउंडनट में बहुत सिंपल है इसीलिए. So suppose this is going to be your groundnut, okay, and you when you try to open it, na, it will open like this way only from one end, and it will be attached at one particular point here. देखा है आपने ये? It will be attached. So this point of attachment is going to be called as your cotyledonary node. While ये जो यहाँ से open करने के बाद जब आप ये दोनों cotyledons को ऐसे देखोगे ना, तो यहाँ पर इसके सेंटर में भी आपको डिप्रेशन दिखाई देगा, इसके सेंटर में भी आपको एक ग्रूव या डिप्रेशन दिखाई देगा, and they'll be attached at one point, right? Yes. हाँ, from the depression you can divide into 4 parts. Yes, you are right. So here they are attached at one point. This single point of attachment जो है ना, it will be called as your cotyledonary node. Have you all understood what is cotyledonary node?
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, that groove or the node where the two imaginary embryo axes are joined, that is like parents and all say do not eat that, otherwise you'll pitta honar and all.
Yes.
Dola.
Yes, yes,
So
you are right. Yes.
that is that only, right?
It is the same thing because it is going to be your cotyledonary node, beta, and from that node actually develops the germination actually takes place from that particular point. Okay, so ये कैसे होता है? I'll show you. Just now, just try to understand. Okay, what I'm telling you all. So this is going to be your groundnut. ये सींग दाना है आपका, है ना. अब ये जो पॉइंट है ना, जो कॉटिलिडनरी नोड में कह रही हूँ, ये वाला पॉइंट, राइट, ये अपेक्स वाला, राइट. तो ये आपने ओपन किया, है ना. अब जब आप इसको सो करते हो ना फॉर जर्मिनेशन, तो जब आप उसको सो करते हो जर्मिनेशन के लिए, तो ये ना ऐसे सोइंग होता है उल्टा. द कॉटिलिडनरी नोड हैज टू बी पुट इनसाइड द सॉइल. ओके, so when you will put that quaternary node part inside the soil ना, तो क्या हो जाएगा, तो क्या हो जाएगा, what will happen? It's a part of germination. It's a part of germination in a chapter called as PGD, plant growth में ये तब आपको explain करूंगी. तो ये जो point है ना, इसके नीचे से भी growth होगा और इसके ऊपर से भी growth होगा. There will be growth from both the ends because it's a quaternary node. So ये node से, from this node, there will be growth here also and there will be growth below also. Did you understand? दोनों तरफ ग्रोथ होने वाला है. लेकिन मैंने क्या बोला, सोइंग के टाइम पे ये उल्टा सो करते हैं, ऐसे सोइंग होता है उसका, है ना. तो ये ऐसे सोइंग है. तो यहाँ से जो ऊपर आता है ना, यहाँ से ये जो ऊपर आएगा ना, that is going to be forming your shoot system. And जो नीचे की तरफ ग्रो होगा ना बेटा, that will make up the root system. So the point from where the root system and the shoot system develops is going to be where? Cotyledonary node. Got it? So you understood what is a cotyledonary node very clearly now. Is there any confusion? कुछ नहीं समझा हो तो बताओ बच्चा एक बार. हाँ, सीड का बहुत crucial है ये. So I'll just give a quick recap to this. The seed is going to be defined as integumented megasporangium containing a single megaspore, है ना, which will give rise to an embryo after germination and fertilization in situ. This is the way we define a seed. Parts of the seed will have a seed coat. Generally, two seed coats are present: outer testa, inner tegumen. है ना? These two seed coats have been developed from the two integuments of the ovules. Inside, they are protective in function. If there are two seed coats, it's called as bitegmic. If it has a single seed coat, it's called as unitegmic. And if it does not have any seed coat, it will be called as ategmic. Inside the seed coat lies the embryo and the embryonal axis along with the reserve food. Okay, the embryo is going to have two parts. One will be the cotyledons and other will be the digelum or the embryonal imaginary axis. The point where these two cotyledons meet is going to be called as the cotyledonary node. What do we call it as? The cotyledonary node. The cotyledonary node will eventually give rise to the root system as well as the shoot system. इधर तक okay? Yes, my dear. Yes, Ivanshu, you are perfectly right, बच्चा. Very सही है ये बात. That root और shoot दोनों एक ही point से emerge होते हैं. Very nice, very nice, perfect. Okay. So see, the part of the digelum lying immediately above the cotyledonary node is known as epicotyle, and at the tip of epicotyle lies the plumule, and from the plumule develops the shoot system. अब ये point को थोड़ा सा समझना बेटा, okay? मैं धीरे धीरे क्यों जा रही हूँ ना, because ये ना पूरा आपके mind पूरा सोक होना चाहिए, पूरा एब्जॉर्ब होना चाहिए. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. 3 चैप्टर्स है ये नॉलेज के ऊपर. तो ये समझता है ना, तो आगे के 3 चैप्टर्स जो आने वाले हैं ना, वो बहुत इजी हो जाएंगे. फाइन. Okay. So see, what are they saying? The part of digelum lying immediately above the cotyledonary node, okay, is known as epicotyle. Epi means above, cotyle means cotyledon. So the one which is going to lie, abhi ye dekho, if you look over here, if you look at this particular, my hand, तो ये जो है ये point of attachment है. This is the point of attachment. If I show you like this way, but you can see this tips. ये मेरे finger tips दिखाई दे रहे हैं तुम्हें. तो ये जो फिंगर टिप्स है ना, दैट इज व्हाट, एपिकोटाइल. सो पॉइंट ऑफ अटैचमेंट के ऊपर वाला जो रीजन है, जो कॉटिलोडॉन्स के ऊपर है, दैट इज एपिकोटाइल. ओके. सो दैट part of flagellum lying immediately above the cotyledonary node is known as epicotyle. Okay, and at the tip of the epicotyle lies the plumule. Plumule is something which will eventually give rise to the shoot system. So ऐसे कहते हैं कि plumule से shoot system बनता है और radical से root system बनता है ना. तो फिलहाल we are talking about the plumule का part. Fine. Now what is that epicotyle and plumule? ये क्या है? What is that epicotyle and plumule? ये कुछ समझता नहीं है ना, इसमें confusion है ना. ये टिप किधर आया? ये ऑलरेडी एपिकोटाइल टिप के इधर है. इट इज ऑलरेडी एट द टिप. करेक्ट. अभी और नया टिप कौन सा क्रिएट हो गया? ये माइंड में आता है कि नहीं? सो व्हाट इज द प्लीब्यूल? आई विल टेल यू. हाँ बोलो.
Is it on the opposite side?
No, beta, it is not on the opposite side. I'll tell you where it is. So what happens, this epicotyle will grow further. It will keep on growing further. Okay. Then there will be one particular point where there will be leaf formation. एक पॉइंट आ जाएगा जहां लीफ फॉर्मेशन स्टार्ट हो जाएगा. द पॉइंट वेयर द लीफ फॉर्मेशन विल टेक प्लेस, द पॉइंट वेयर द लीफ फॉर्मेशन, फर्स्ट लीफ फॉर्मेशन, आगे तो बहुत सारे लीव्स बनेंगे. द पॉइंट वेयर फर्स्ट लीफ फॉर्मेशन विल टेक प्लेस, that particular point is going to be the plumule. Okay, so the epicotyle will grow further, it will elongate, and the point where the two or one leaf will emerge out, or a whirl of leaf, it depends on the species, that point will be called as a plumule. Did you all understand? So at the tip of the epicotyle lies the plumule. Okay? Yes, fine. Okay. So see, it gives feathery appearance due to the presence of one or more leaf primordia, that is young leaves at the apex. So ऐसे वो feathery appearance देता है because of its arrangement. Now see, this is all about the shoot system. Any difficulty in shoot system? What is epicotyle? Where is the cotyledonary node? How the epicotyle will have plumule at the tip? What is the plumule actually? Anything that has not been followed, beta? Because now I'm going to come to hypocotyle and the radicle. So I'll be coming down to the root system. So if you have not understood the shoot wala part, please tell me. Yeah, it is meristematic tissue, beta. Very right. It is meristematic tissue. Anyone who have not followed anything? समझा है? Oh my gosh. सारे लोग तुम लोग ग्रेट हो रहे. चलो अच्छी बात है. इधर कुछ नहीं समझा है या सब कुछ समझा है, ये दो ही पॉसिबिलिटीज होते हैं. क्या है? सब कुछ समझा है या कुछ भी नहीं समझा है, या थोड़ा बहुत समझा है, थोड़ा की बहुत, क्या समझा है?
Ma'am,
हाँ,
ma'am, can you explain the difference between epicotyle and femule again?
epicotyle is going to be the region just above the cotyledonary node. Okay, and this epicotyle will eventually grow to give rise to the leaf structure. The first leaf जहाँ पर form हुआ है, that point will be called as plumule. Okay. Microsporangium and megasporangium नहीं समझता है. Microsporangium is the pollen sac. जो हमने एंथर में किया था, when I had taught you anther, है ना, that time I had taught you something called as the microsporangium, and when I had taught you about the ovary, that time I had taught you about the megasporangium. So microsporangium is pollen sac and megasporangium is going to be the ovary. ठीक है, correct. Megasporangium is the ovary, megaspore is the ovule. ठीक, yeah. Hypocotyle, I'm coming to it. I have not started with the hypocotyle. I'm just asking if epicotyle, primule has been understood perfectly by all of you all. Then I'll come to the hypocotyle. See? Right. So I come to the hypocotyle now. The part of the tigellum which is going to be below the cotyledonary node is going to be known as hypocotyle. Hypo means below. Cotyle means cotyledon. So the point which is going to lie below the cotyledon is going to be called as hypocotyle. Is it fine? समझ में आ गया बात? It represents the root stem transition region. Root stem transition means that is the point from where root system will develop and उसके ऊपर से stem system will develop or the shoot system will develop. That is the part where stem changes into root. Because I told you it's the same point of attachment. ये point of attachment same होता है ना बेटा, इसीलिए. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर हाइपोकोटाइल रीजन में अब रूट फॉर्मेशन स्टार्ट हो जाएगा. तो व्हाट डिड आई से, द ग्रोथ इज गोइंग टू बी साइमल्टेनियसली लाइक दिस वे. ऐसे ग्रोथ हो रही है ना. द पार्ट व्हिच इज मूविंग आउट will be making your plumule and the part which is going down will be making your radicle. So this is the cotyledonary node. ये ग्रोथ ऐसे स्टार्ट हो गई है, देखो ऐसे. अब कम ज्यादा होना स्पीशीज डिपेंडेंट है. कभी कभी क्या होता है, ये ना रूट सिस्टम पूरी तरह से अच्छा डेवलप नहीं हुआ है और शूट सिस्टम अच्छी तरह से डेवलप हो गया. कभी कभी क्या होता है, शूट सिस्टम बहुत अच्छी तरह से डेवलप नहीं हो रहा है एंड रूट सिस्टम बहुत ही अच्छा डेवलप हो गया है. So it depends upon the species what is to be developed and how is to be developed. Okay. So the part of the tigellum below the cotyledonary node is known as hypocotyle. It represents the root stem transition region. That is the part where stem will now get converted into a root. Okay. The radicle is the basal part of hypocotyle. So जैसे कि plumule was the you know the tip of the epicotyle was your plumule, वैसे ही the base of the radicle will be the hypocotyle. Okay. Externally, the radicle may or may not be differentiated from the hypocotyle, but these two parts are quite different. Yes. देखने के लिए it need not be, you know, it does not seem to be different, but they are actually very, very different. So epicotyle, hypocotyle, cotyledonary node, plumule का position, hypocotyle का position, radicle का formation, all the things are clear. So what is an embryo actually going to convert into? The embryo actually will convert into radicle and plumule, right? Radicle will eventually form the root. Plumule will eventually form the shoot. Okay. Any confusion? Any confusion, my dears? Understood this? फटाफट एक बार recap दे दूं. चलो, I'll just give a quick recap to this. The seed is a ripened ovule. It's going to have the two seed coats called as testa and tegmen. If there are two seed coats, it's called to be called as bitegmic. If it has a single integument or the seed coat, it will be called as unitegmic. If there is no integument, it will be called as ategmic. Okay. When we see inside the seed coat, we can see the embryo, the reserve food along with the seed coats. The embryo, when we zoom it and we see or we look into the details of the embryo, we can see two things. One is going to be the cotyledon. Second is going to be the imaginary axis of the embryo called as tigellum. The point where the two cotyledons are connected to each other will be called as the cotyledonary node. The region above the cotyledonary node, which will eventually give rise to the plumule, and the plumule will give rise to the shoot system, is going to be called as the epicotyle region. So the epicotyle will elongate to form the plumule. That is, it will be on the tip of the epicotyle. The plumule is the part where the new leaves have emerged. Okay, from there, many leaves will eventually develop. On the other hand, the region that lies below the cotyledonary node will be called as hypocotyle. This hypocotyle region will elongate to give rise to a radicle. The radicle further would develop to give rise to the root system. In this way, there is going to be a simultaneous growth taking place in both the axes, that is above the soil as well as below the soil simultaneously. The transition point where the stem converts into a root is called as the hypocotyle region, because that is going to form the base. Hypocotyle is going to be formed at the base of the radicle. Okay, in this way, the entire new embryo has germinated to give rise to a new plantlet. We call it as a plantlet, we don't call it as a plant. It's a young, small, newly developing plant, तो हम उसको plantlet कहते हैं. Fine now, got it? Yeah, so taproot is hypocotyle. Yes, my dear, it is hypocotyle. Perfect, very nice. Yeah, what's your doubt? The best or the coolest part of the chapter is that we can do the practicals at home. Yeah, you can definitely do this at home. आप अगर स्प्राउट्स खाते हो तो वो जो स्प्राउट्स आप जब सोक करते हो तो एक व्हाइट कलर का एक्सटेंशन निकल आता है उसमें से, देखा है ना आपने? वो जो व्हाइट कलर का एक्सटेंशन है ना बेटा, दैट इज एक्चुअली द रेडिकल. ओके, वो रेडिकल ऐसे नीचे की तरफ ऐसे आ जाएगा, है ना? और उसको जब आप वो कोटिलेडॉन्स को ओपन करोगे ना, तो ऊपर एक ऐसा छोटा सा है ना डायमंड शेप स्ट्रक्चर दिखाई देता है. इट्स वेरी स्मॉल बट इट कैन बी सीन. ऐसे डायमंड शेप, ऐसा एक छोटा सा ऐसा शेप दिखाई देता है और ऊपर से ऐसा है ना उसके ग्रोथ आते हुए दिखती है. दैट इज गोइंग टू बी योर एपिकोटाइल एंड द प्लूम्यूल फॉर्मेशन. वेरी क्लियरली you can do it with your chickpeas, or you can do it with your chole, beans. ये सब में ये दिखाई देता है. Okay, got it? Yeah, so I hope these two things are very very clear to all of you. Anyone still having any difficulty? Tell me beta, no problem, I can explain the things one more time if you have any difficulty, if you have not followed anything. Clear? आगे जाऊं? चल. In seeds, food is stored in the cotyledons in a special food storage tissue, which is called as the endosperm. Okay. Now, what is this endosperm? What is this endosperm? Endosperm is something which is the reserve food material that is made specifically for the embryo to eat, develop, and grow. Okay. ठीक है. वो फूड स्टोरेज का टिश्यू है, ठीक है। इन लेग्यूम्स फॉर एग्जाम्पल द फूड इज स्टोर्ड चीफली इन द कॉटिलेडॉन्स एंड देयर इज नो एंडोस्पर्म। मतलब हाँ एक विंडो आ रहा है ना, मुझे भी दिख रहा है, जाने दो, वो इतना कुछ नहीं करेगा। सो ये जो लेग्यूम्स में होते हैं ना, ऑल द लेग्यूमिनस प्लांट्स लाइक पी है, चना है, बीन है, चवली है, जितने भी हमने लेग्यूम्स देखे हैं, है ना, ऑल ऑफ देम ना, they will rather store their food in the cotyledons rather than, I mean, they store their food in the cotyledons in the sense they consume that food completely and they become गोलू एकदम गोल मटोल गोल पोलू हो जाते हैं वो जो डाइकॉट्स के ये जो लेग्यूम्स होते हैं वो। देखिए चना, ग्रीन पी, छोले, है ना, हरभरा, फिर क्या, जो भी डाइकॉट लेना है, लेग्यूम लेना है, ले लो यार।
Ma'am,
हाँ बोलो।
ma'am, is it like this is the reason why we say that for vegetarians it is best to eat pulses and all these leguminous plants because they need a they need a alternative for chicken and meat.
Yeah. So all
That's why
these
we say
proteinaceous
because
food will be stored in that cotyledon only. So when we
that's what
consume that
yes
ना
ma'am.
हमें वो मिल जाता है ना? Very true बेटा, very true, very correct, है ना? So see, this is going to be your legumes का, तो what do they do ना? They consume everything. जितना भी कुछ भी food है ना, खा लेते हैं मस्त, और खा के मस्त मोटे गोलू पोलू तगड़े हो जाते हैं। इसलिए उनकी साइज देखो ऐसे गोल मटोल होते हैं वो, है ना, पीस एवरीथिंग, ठीक है। ऑन दी अदर हैंड अब क्या हो गया, व्हाट हैपेंड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस, व्हाट हैपेंड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस, एंडोस्पर्म करके कुछ बचा ही नहीं उनमें, करेक्ट, देयर इज नो एंडोस्पर्म दैट इज रिमेनिंग, इट हैज बीन ऑलरेडी ईटन, राइट। सो सी, absence of endosperm in the seed indicates that it has been completely used by the developing embryo। तो जो भी खाना था पड़ा हुआ, कंज्यूम करके मस्त हो गए है ना। Such seeds are called as non-endospermic seed या X-albuminous seed। अब non-endospermic मतलब once upon a time there was endosperm, now there is no endosperm, so non-endospermic, right? या they are called as what? X-albuminous। अब मुझे X का डेफिनेशन देने की जरूरत तुम लोग को है ऐसे नहीं लगता है ना? You know what is the meaning of X? Better than me, you all know the meaning of X. So this is X-albuminous, means once upon a time कोई तो था
Former
albumin।
former 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 president बोलते हैं अपन तो ex president.
So X है वो, X है, once upon a time था, अब नहीं है, मतलब lightly ले लोगे तो, but on a lighter note ये है कि albumin was the protein that was present once upon a time seed for the consumption of the embryo, and embryo has completely utilized it, therefore now it is X-albuminous। Did you understand what is non-endospermic and X-albuminous का meaning? एक ही है, एक ही है, okay? On the other hand, see, in some dicots like castor, as well as in all monocots almost, like cereals, grasses, food is stored in the form of endosperm and they are not completely utilizing that food। These seeds ना, the monocotyledonous seeds जो है, राइस है, wheat है, देखो पतले पतले होते हैं, छोटू छोटू, राइस, व्हीट, ज्वार, बाजरा, नाचनी, राई, ये देखो ये जो सारे हैं ना, ये सारे, ये जो मिलेट्स कहलाते हैं या सीरियल्स कहलाते हैं या ग्रासेस है अपने, है ना, दे ऑल आर, उनके सीड्स कैसे होते हैं, ऐसे पतले पतले। डाइकॉट्स कैसे होते हैं, मस्त तगड़े। क्यों? क्योंकि फूड है लेकिन नाटक ज्यादा है तुम लोग के जैसा, ये नहीं अच्छा लगता, वो नहीं अच्छा लगता, ये नहीं खाना है, वो नहीं खाना है, आज
No
कुछ तो
ma'am,
स्पेशल
not all.
बनाओ। अरे कम ऑन, ऑलमोस्ट ऑल ऑफ यू आर लाइक दैट, वी ओनली परेशान करते हो घर पे। हाँ, आज ये
No ma'am, you
बनाया,
should.
आज वही क्यों बनाया, यू शुड नॉट बट यू डू इट, बहुत चलता रहता है, आई नो, तुम लोग सब कुछ भी बोलो, हाँ, मेजोरिटी ऑफ यू ऑल आर लाइक दिस ओनली ना, परेशानी करके रखना है और फिर ऐसी ही हेल्थ वाइज ऐसे ही रहना है। और आजकल को नया फैड है डाइटिंग, All of you all want to diet. For what reason? You all only know. हाँ हाँ, ये एक्सेप्ट आया ना, एक्सेप्ट आता है उधर ही, आई कैन ईट एवरीथिंग एक्सेप्ट। हाँ, वो एक्सेप्ट में ही सब कुछ आ जाता है तुम्हारा। ऐसे एक्सेप्शंस बहुत होते हैं। हाँ, आखिर में जो बनता है वही खाना पड़ता है, वो मजबूरी के नाम पे। हाँ, बट अदरवाइज दिल से खुशी से नहीं, है ना। अरे रोज रोज कौन तुम्हें पिज्जा बर्गर खिलाएगा भाई, कभी कभार ठीक है। एनीवे, सो हियर ऑल्सो ना मोनोकॉट का नाटक बहुत ज्यादा है। So food is available, but they don't want to eat it. But they don't do the natak because of their will. They are forced not to eat that because of their structure. So what prevents them from not eating the food? Okay, though the food is available, though the reserve food is there, though the endosperm is completely made, still they are not able to consume that. Why it is like that way? That part is going to come in 12th standard syllabus. डाइकॉट में और मोनोकॉट सीड में ऐसे क्या फर्क है कि डाइकॉट पूरा खाना खा लेता है और मस्त तगड़ा बन जाता है, और मोनोकॉट सीड जो है वो अपना खाना पूरा होने के बावजूद भी उसको खा नहीं पाते हैं। सो व्हाट इज द रीजन फॉर दिस? 12th स्टैंडर्ड सिलेबस का चैप्टर है। आई टेल यू दैट टाइम व्हाई इट इज नॉट केपेबल ऑफ ईटिंग अवे एवरीथिंग। मतलब ऐसे कहते हैं ना, खाना है तो दांत नहीं है, दांत है तो खाना नहीं है, समथिंग लाइक दैट पे। वो चने के बारे में बोलते हैं घोड़े को, सुना है कभी वो कहावत हिंदी की? आई डोंट नो इफ यू हैव हर्ड अबाउट ऑल दीज थिंग्स, और ऐसे कहा जाता है ना। समथिंग लाइक दैट इज गोइंग टू हैपन इन केस ऑफ मोनोकॉट्स एज वेल। खाना है लेकिन दांत नहीं है, समथिंग लाइक दैट। तो उसके दांत क्या है वो हम लोग बाद में देखेंगे। राइट नाउ जस्ट फोकस ऑन दिस। सो मोनोकॉट्स ना, उनका एंडोस्पर्म इंटैक्ट रहता है बिकॉज दे डोंट कंज्यूम इट, दे डोंट कंज्यूम इट। सो उनका एंडोस्पर्म इंटैक्ट है। So such type of seeds in which the endosperm is intact, which is not completely consumed by the developing embryo, such type of seeds are called as endospermic seeds या फिर albuminous seeds. The albumin is also present, the endosperm is present. So therefore such seeds will be called as endospermic या albuminous. But exception देखो, castor is a dicot, कैस्टर इज अ डाइकॉट, डाइकॉट होने के बावजूद इसका एल्बुमिनस सीड है। तो ये फेवरेट क्वेश्चन ऑफ द एग्जामिनर्स है बेटा, ये हटके फेनोमेना है ना। सो दिस इज अ फेवरेट क्वेश्चन ऑफ द एग्जामिनर्स, दैट दो बीइंग अ डाइकॉट, दो बीइंग अ डाइकॉट, द सीड इज एल्बुमिनस। एग्जांपल इज कैस्टर। वैसे ही दो बीइंग अ मोनोकॉट, दो बीइंग अ मोनोकॉट, इट इज नॉन एंडोस्पर्मिक। उसका एग्जाम्पल है ऑर्किड्स। ऑल योर ऑर्किड्स ना, दे ऑल आर मोनोकॉट्स, बट इनमें एंडोस्पर्म नहीं बचता है, वो डाइकॉट के जैसे अपना एंडोस्पर्म खा लेते हैं। अगेन क्यों खा सकते हैं वो, उसका जो एक क्वेश्चन मार्क है वो 12th स्टैंडर्ड सिलेबस में जल्दी क्लियर हो जाएगा। इज इट फाइन? So what is the speciality? Dicot seeds are generally, not always, generally non-endospermic and non-albuminous, while monocot seeds are generally albuminous and endospermic. Is it fine? Okay. Yeah. So this is about the seeds that we had to complete by default. So any difficulty in this? Any point not followed? अब एग्जाम में कैसे आता है मैं आपको बताती हूँ. What would be the type of questions that will come in your examinations? Let me tell you, even in your board exams, there are 7 marks of MCQs. 7 marks MCQs के है आपके. Out of 35 marks of paper 1, you have got 7 marks of MCQs. So total in 100 marks के paper, you have got, it's not 100 actually, 70, but still out of 70, 14 questions are MCQ questions. 14 questions, even in boards. So what are the questions that they might ask you? The questions that they ask you are, the majority of the dicot seeds are endospermic X-albuminous, non-endospermic albuminous, non-endospermic non-X-albuminous, एंडोस्पर्मिक एल्बुमिनस। अब इतना कंफ्यूजन होता है ना ये सब देखने के बाद, ये क्या है, व्हाट इज दिस, ऐसे हो जाता है। राइट नाउ यू नो बिकॉज आई हैव टॉट यू जस्ट नाउ, बट व्हेन यू लुक इनटू द पेपर इट्स हाईली कंफ्यूजिंग। सो हाउ टू क्लियर दिस कंफ्यूजन? देखो वेरी सिंपल है, डाई मीन्स टू, है ना, डाई मीन्स टू, डाइकॉट में टू वर्डेड ही आता है सब कुछ, नॉन एंडोस्पर्मिक, टू वर्ड्स, एक्स एल्बुमिनस, टू वर्ड्स, मोनोकॉट्स मीन्स वन सिंगल वर्डेड, एंडोस्पर्मिक वन वर्ड, एल्बुमिनस वन वर्ड। तो इस तरीके से उसको है ना याद रखना, सो दैट यू वोंट मेक अ मिस्टेक, यू वोंट मेक अ ब्लंडर। इज इट फाइन? Have you all followed seed also? With this, we completed with the seed ka part as well. Any confusion
Ma'am,
in the seed? Yeah.
so ma'am, there are no exceptions or there are no examples that are non-endospermic and albuminous.
नॉन एंडोस्पर्मिक का मतलब ही हो गया बेटा, एल्बुमिन पूरा यूज हो गया। द मीनिंग ऑफ दैट इज ओनली लाइक दैट वे। एल्बुमिन मतलब
Okay,
क्या?
ma'am.
एंडोस्पर्म। एंडोस्पर्म विल कंटेन व्हाट प्रोटीन? एल्बुमिनस प्रोटीन। सो लाइक दैट वे। ओके,
Ma'am, if we know this, then there is no confusion as such that will be
एग्जैक्टली,
created.
एग्जैक्टली। Okay, so please do this very nicely and get this thing. Any doubts till here? कोई difficulty है? ये देख। Now let us quickly come to your dicot seed and monocot seed to complete the seed ka part for today. So before ending the lecture, quickly I'll go through these two. Almost we have done everything. See, outermost covering is going to be the seed coat. You can see this seed coat over here. Someone was asking me about the hilum. See here, you can see the position of the hilum, the point from where there is going to be attachment of the funicle to the placenta. Seed coat has outer test and inner tegmen. ये already आपने मतलब हमने किया हुआ है. Just now you know this. Above the hilum, a small, on the surface of the seed, hilum is present. You can see this. It is a scar on which the surface through which the seed is attached to the fruit. एक scar के जैसा, scar समझते हो ना? एक ऐसे निशानी रह जाती है फ्यूनिकल की. So this is going to be the placenta. This is going to be the ovule. So placenta and ovule का attachment is going to be with the funicle. जब हम सीड को निकाल देते हैं तो फ्यूनिकल टूट गया. फ्यूनिकल टूट गया, फिर भी इधर एक स्कार दिखाई देगा, एक छोटा सा डॉट दिखाई देगा, ब्लैकिश, ब्राउनिश, ग्रेइश, कभी येलोइश, कभी ऑरेंजिश, जो भी कलर है, उसका एक डॉट दिखाई देता है. दैट इज गोइंग टू बी द हाइलम. ओके, अबाउट द हाइलम अ स्मॉल पोर इज प्रेजेंट व्हिच इज कॉल्ड एज माइक्रोपाइल. ये देखो, अब फनीएस्ट थिंग देखो बेटा, दे आर सेइंग अबाउट द हाइलम और इधर तो बिलो द हाइलम दिखाया है. ये क्या है? व्हाट इज दिस? तो इज द स्टेटमेंट रॉन्ग और इज द डायग्राम रॉन्ग? बोथ आर करेक्ट. ओके, आई टोल्ड यू ड्यूरिंग द सोइंग ऑफ द सीड, हम सीड को कैसे सो करते हैं? ऐसे सो करते हैं. तो इनिशियली हम लोग सीड को ऐसे पकड़ते हैं. तो ये हो गया अबाउ दी हाइलम वाला पार्ट, ये हो गया अबाउ दी हाइलम वाला पार्ट, बट हमने सीड को उल्टा किया है. ओके, यस, वेरी नाइस, perfect, perfect. So see, above the hilum there's going to be a small opening called as micropyle. What is the, I'll tell you now only. Micropyle is the area which is uncovered with the seed coats. So they will leave a small pore, they'll leave a small gap where the seed coats won't be present. That gap, that pore is going to be an opening, and that opening or that pore is called as the micropyle. Okay, if you jot down this, what is the micropyle? Micropyle is the pore which is uncovered by the seed coats, or you can say the seed coats do not fuse, leaving a gap in between. That gap is called as a micropyle. Whatever you want, you can write down the way you understand. Both is correct. Okay, done. Okay. Embryo consists of an embryonal
Ma'am,
axis. हाँ बोलो.
so sorry, ma'am, but can you repeat slowly?
Array, it's so simple. The gap which is left because of the absence of the absence of the seed coat. Absence of the seed coat. The gap left out because of the absence of the seed coat. As simple as that. Okay. Now see over here. Now they are saying embryo consists of embryonal axis and two cotyledons, which we have seen already. The cotyledons are often fleshy and full of reserved food material, so they have consumed, they are dicot seeds ना, so देखो गोलू मोलू मस्त मोटे हो गए, तगड़े हो गए, because they have consumed all the food, right? In some seeds, endosperm is persistent, that means it is not used. Example, castor, which I told you, it's known as your endospermic or albuminous seed. In some seeds, endosperm is consumed by developing seeds such as bean, gram, pea. Such seeds are known as non-endospermic and exalbuminous. So here you can see the two cotyledons, है ना? This point जिधर मेरा अभी pointer है, जहाँ मेरा pointer अभी placed है, that point is the cotyledonary node, है ना? उसके ऊपर वाला region is the epicotyle and epicotyle के tip पे है plumule और इसके नीचे वाला है ये जो है ये है अपना radical और ये जो part है नीचे radical के इधर का ये जो है that is hypocotyle. So this is the hypocotyle, this is the epicotyle और इसके center में जिधर मेरा cursor placed है वो है cotyledonary node. Okay, got it? Fine. No, it is like not a particular class of seed नहीं है बेटा, वो एक general represent करने के लिए बताया गया है, diagrammatic representation. That's all with your dicot seed. Similarly, let's quickly go ahead with the monocot seed. Generally endospermic, but in orchids, as I told you just now, it is non-endospermic. So orchids are monocots, but they behave like dicots, and castor is a dicot which behaves like a monocot. In cereals such as maize, हाँ, अब यहाँ पर सबसे बेस्ट कहानी आती है, जो हम वो कॉर्न खाते हैं ना हम लोग, स्टीम कॉर्न, स्पेशली स्टीम करके जो हम खाते हैं, कभी खाया है गर्मा गर्म स्टीम कॉर्न with that नींबू, चाट मसाला and some different herbs and powders they add and it's very tasty, pulpy, juicy. अरे it's very tasty, है ना? या आई नो, कल ही खाया यार, क्या बात है यार, मुझे भी खाने का
Ma'am,
मन कर रहा है, बोलो ना.
winter season is the season, right?
या एग्जैक्टली, आई लव दिस. मतलब उसका जो एक
Boil करके रखने चाहिए, टाइम पास है बस.
हाँ
If you
एग्जैक्टली,
want
वेरी
anything
गुड.
to eat, like ऐसी भूख लगी है, then we can just have it.
हिमांशु यू आर परफेक्टली राइट बेटा, हम उसका एंडोस्पर्म खाते हैं. ये सी वो व्हाइट कलर, आपने मेज का दाना देखा होगा, सी दिस इज द मेज का, यू नो, दैट एक्चुअल वन सीड. अब यहाँ पर ये देखो, दिस इज द एम्ब्रियो, जो व्हाइट कलर का एक स्कार होता है, देखो नीचे
Yes,
एकदम
ma'am.
ऐसा अगर है ना तो इधर नीचे एक व्हाइट कलर का स्कार होता है, दैट इज द एम्ब्रियो. और जो येलो पल्पी जूसी टेस्टी स्वीट शुगरी जो भी है ना, दैट इज द एंडोस्पर्म. अब क्या नसीब है दिखो उस बेचारे एम्ब्रियो के, इतना टेस्टी फूड आंखों के सामने पड़ा है लेकिन वो खा नहीं सकता. क्या यार ऐसा क्या हो गया ना.
Thank
आई
God
नो.
I'm not endosperm. Oh, sorry, embryo.
ये एम्ब्रियो बेचारा, इट कैन सी द फूड, इट कैन सेंस द फूड, लेकिन वो उधर तक नहीं जा सकता है उसको खाने के लिए. लेकिन अच्छी बात है, इसलिए हम खाते हैं उसको. इट्स केप्ट फॉर अस, आई वुड से. एनीवेज, सो ये जो मेज का एंडोस्पर्म है ना, उसके बारे में हम लोग को देखना है. ओके, सो इन सीरियल्स सच एज मेज द सीड कोट इज मेम्ब्रेनस एंड जनरली फ्यूज्ड विद द फ्रूट वॉल. सो आपने देखा है कभी कभी ऐसा, वो एक थोड़ा सा अगर वो मेज थोड़ा सा अगर ज्यादा ओवर राइपन हो जाता है ना, तो उसका जो छिलका है ना, इट कम्स इन योर माउथ. यू कैन सी अ ट्रांसलूसेंट टाइप ऑफ कवरिंग ऑन दैट. देखा है आपने? Yeah, so that is going to be your seed coat, which is membranous and generally fused with the fruit wall, right? The endosperm is bulky and the endosperm stores a lot of food. Food है लेकिन वो खा नहीं पा रहा है. The outer covering of the endosperm separates the embryo by a proteinaceous layer called as the alurone layer. Now, please pay attention to this alurone layer. This is the only diagram that they ask you in your board exams also. This is a part of 11th standard also. This is a part of 12th standard also. So, please pay attention. Okay. So, see, you can see the seed coat and the fruit wall are fused. Seed coat and the fruit wall are fused, and you can see this line वाला जो पूरा एक marking किया है, ये पूरा, this is going to be the aileron layer. This is going to be the aileron layer. So the outer covering of the endosperm separates the embryo by a proteinaceous layer. So you can see this entire one is the embryo. यहाँ पर है ना, ये पूरा नीचे की तरफ is the embryo. So the embryo और ये ऊपर की तरफ जो पूरा का पूरा है, this is the endosperm. So endosperm and embryo को जो सेपरेट कराता है उस लेयर का नाम है aileron layer. Did you all understand? Now what is aileron layer? Aileron layer is protein. It's proteinaceous in nature, and therefore if you want good protein source you should eat a lot of maize. ये जो मेज है, ये जो अपना कॉर्न का दाना है, उसमें भी बहुत अच्छे प्रोटीन्स होते हैं, बिकॉज सी नॉट ओनली द एंडोस्पर्म बट इवन द एलुरोन लेयर इज रिच इन प्रोटीन. Okay, got it? That's the aileron layer. The embryo is small. It is situated in a groove at one end of the endosperm. So देखो ये एक एंड में ये एम्ब्रियो बेचारा पड़ा हुआ है, ग्रो हो भी नहीं सकता है और चुप रह भी नहीं सकता है, ऐसे कंडीशन है उसका. Number of cotyledon is 1, not 2 cotyledons. It's a single cotyledon. It is large, shield shape and is known as scutellum. So here you can very well see the scutellum. ये जो है ना, ये scutellum. Okay. Then plumule and radicle are enclosed in a sheath known as coleoptile and coleorhiza respectively. So here is the plumule, here is the radicle. Plumule के ऊपर भी covering है और radicle के ऊपर भी covering है. So the covering over the radicle will be called as coleorhiza and the covering above the scutellum will be above the plumule will be called as coleoptile. So coleorhiza and coleoptile क्या होता है बेटा? Coleorhiza is the covering of the radicle. Coleoptile is the covering of the plumule. याद कैसे रखोगे? कोलियोराइजा के स्पेलिंग में आर है, रेडिकल में आर है, रूट में आर है. सो ऑल आर ग्रुप इकट्ठा कर लो. कोलियोराइजा, radical and the root. So radical gives rise to root and in monocots species this radical will be covered by a protective layer called as coleorhiza. Okay. ऊपर की तरफ देखोगे तो there is going to be a plumule. The plumule will be covered with a protective called as coleoptile, which will give rise to the shoot system. Is it fine? Got it? What's your doubt? Because of this layer, we get the endosperm to eat. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Any confusion between monocot seed? Shield shaped scutellum. ये word नहीं भूलना है. Every year they ask you question on the scutellum, coleoptile, coleorhiza, aileron layer, endosperm. Monocot seed is more important. Monocot seed is more important from the seed point of view for questions. There will be many questions that will be asked from this particular slide. Many questions. Monocot seed. ठीक है? Anyone कुछ नहीं समझा है monocot seed में से? Anyone who has got any difficulty? Yeah.
So, ma'am, I had this question that pulses, like they take in the endosperm and become fat, and like monocot seeds do, like embryo do not take the endosperm; they keep it for us. Okay. So my point is, like, my question is that which one is better, monocot seeds or like dicot seeds, from our perspective for our nutrition?
बोथ आर इक्वली गुड बेटा. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, ये भी हमें प्रोटीन्स देते हैं, ये भी हमें प्रोटीन्स देते हैं, लेकिन ये कॉटिलोडॉन्स के फॉर्म में हमें देते हैं और ये एंडोस्पर्म के फॉर्म में देते हैं. दैट्स इट. कैन एनीवन टेल मी अबाउट द coconut endosperm? Do you remember we had discussed about the coconut endosperm? Yeah, water as well as the malai या फिर वो जो कोबरा हम कहते हैं वो है ना, that is the endosperm. Okay, fine. So I think even you will have to draw the diagram in your exams. हाँ, ये diagram draw करने के लिए आता है for 3 marks. ये वाला, this one, this diagram asked in your exams for 3 marks. Okay. Labeling बहुत अच्छी तरह से करना है. Look, there are so many labels, so then don't forget even a single label of it.
Ma'am, for dicots, which diagram will come? We'll draw it now only so that
That
we have
earlier
an
you
idea.
asked me ना yellow seed वाला कौन सा है? That one.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. So that's all with your parts of the plant. We have completed with the parts of the plant: root, stem, leaf, inflorescence, flower, fruit, seed. All 7 parts we have completed. Now there is something called as semi-technical terms, floral diagram and floral formula, which will end this chapter. Okay. So finally tomorrow we will complete this chapter and we may start with another chapter as well, जो इसी का क्या कहते हैं connected है. तो हमने मॉर्फोलॉजी फिजिकल ऊपर से अपीयरेंस देख लिया है, अब हमें इंटरनल
Anatomy
एक्सरे
plans.
लेना है. तो कल वाले लेक्चर में अगर ये जल्दी हो जाता है ना तो वी कैन डेफिनेटली यू नो think about going ahead with the anatomy part as well. That means थोड़ा उसके internal parts का भी study immediately start कर देंगे. These two are connected and don't worry, anatomy के chapter में there are no examples. Examples खत्म हो गए बेटा. चैप्टर खत्म हो जाता है ना आपकी एग्जाम्पल्स का सिलसिला फॉर द एंटायर सिलेबस खत्म हो जाता है. ओके, सो डोंट टेक टेंशन नाउ, डोंट टेक एनी टेंशन नाउ. Fine. So after tomorrow's, I mean, after completing this chapter tomorrow, we might just start with the anatomy, or let's see, or we can do it from the next week. It depends on how much time will take to complete this. Because tomorrow's lecture is something which is a newly added syllabus for you all. I mean, for the this last 3-4 years, 3 years पहले ये new syllabus जो upgrade किया है ना, उसका content है. तो डेफिनेटली इसके ऊपर है ना एवरी ईयर भर भर के क्वेश्चंस आते हैं जो मैं कल पढ़ाऊंगी. So tomorrow's class is also equally important. Let's meet tomorrow at 8 o'clock again and let's complete the chapter of morphology. Okay? Chalo. Thanks for today and see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye bye. Yeah. See you all.